Lifeguards are not the only people looking out for your safety along Thanet's coastline, but we are the guys and girls you'll see most when you're on the beach in the summer. We also have the Coastguard.
The Maritime and Coastguard Agency, they work alongside the lifeguards, and although you won't see us as often as the lifeguards, we're constantly watching the coast to keep you safe.
Her Majesty's Coastguard was established hundreds of years ago, but for a very different reason.
They were established to combat smuggling, something that was rife along the Thanet coast in the 18th century. Oi!
Although smuggling still goes on today, the Coastguard is now committed to preventing loss of life at sea.
Thanet's Coastguard station is based right here on the cliff top at Palm Bay. This is the home of the Margate Coastguard team and the base for all our rescue equipment.
The station opened in 2006 and covers the area from the Culver Towers to the north side of the River Stour. Did you know that there has been a Coastguard presence on the Isle of Thanet since records began? Margate Coastguard Rescue Team is one of the busiest teams in the southeast, sometimes dealing with over 100 coast-related incidents each year. Another organisation that looks after our safety along the coast is the Royal National Lifeboat Institute, or the RNLI for short. The RNLI works very closely with the Coastguard when there's an incident at sea.
Many people confuse the Coastguard, the lifeguards and the RNLI, and this is probably because we work so closely together.
When you dial 999 and ask for the Coastguard, it's the Coastguard who takes the call and coordinates the rescue. They then pass the information on to the nearest suitable RNLI lifeboat station, who launches the boats to help whoever's in trouble. There are two RNLI stations in Thanet. One is located in Margate, in the Harbour Arm car park, and the other is located in Ramsgate Harbour. It is usually the RNLI's lifeboats you will see speeding along our coast. Both the RNLI and the Coastguard operate 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year, and depend upon brave volunteers to crew the boats and save lives at sea, even regardless of the weather.
An important difference is that lifeguards on Thanet's beaches only operate during the day in your school holidays from May until September. This is something that you will need to remember. The lifeguards will not always be around when there's an incident on the beach. So what do you do if someone is in trouble? That's right, they've got it. Make sure you remember that too.